Okay, met a friend in the crystal barn today, and I asked her, what shall I do a video on tonight? She mentioned the solar plexus, and doing information on that, which led me to the rest of the chakra system. So I want this to be informative. We are doing meditation to bring light, the light of the soul, into the solar plexus, to meet the light of the personality. To help with that, yes, I've got optical calcite, a lens and mirror for the soul, and rose quartz to help us on that journey. So, the chakras, they're known as centres of consciousness in Western esoteric science. So I'm going to refer to them as that, if you like. So the centre of consciousness, the lowest centre is the base. There's lots of information, probably people have talked about this a lot in the past, but hopefully throw some new light on this really. So, psychology of the base is security. Colour is red, relates to the adrenals. So you've got the chakras, the adrenals, the endocrine system, and basically the physical counterpart of the chakra system. Now from there, the endocrine glands control certain parts of the body. So you have a certain problem in certain areas, you go to the nearest chakra centre or centre of consciousness to find out where the problem lies or to rebalance. Now, briefly, that's why I showed the technique of harmonising and balancing the chakras with a quartz generator. Okay, so the base is security. Now, that relates to the first 7 years. The development of the chakras of consciousness are through 7-year cycles, which is easily understandable as the number 7 relates to many, many other things. So 0 to 7 relates to security. Now I could go on a lot about that with children, but just think about that one. The sacral centre, creativity, relationships. Colour is orange, relates to the gonads, if you like. The development of that is 7 to 14, and creativity. Then we come to the solar plexus in question itself. The development of that is 14 to 21, and there you can see where all the problems come in. On a body level, the chakras relate to certain bodies, if you like, so the base is the etheric, the sacral is the emotional body, and the solar plexus is the lower mental body. So, problems can occur, I'm sure people hearing this will relate to this one, between the ages of 14 and 21, where an attitude tends to occur. Pancreas relates to that and the colour yellow. We'll move up a little bit to the heart centre. Now this is where things can start to change. 21 to 28 develops the heart centre. Love relationships, all to do with family, friends, neighbours, this sort of thing. So someone should be going from personal, purely personal, I probably call selfish desires. I want, it's all to do with them really, to more of a group type consciousness, if you like, with the heart centre, more of a compassion, caring, this type of thing. So what we need to do, we need to consciousness, solar plexus needs to adopt the consciousness of the heart chakra. So the heart needs to come to the solar plexus, etc. We don't, because the solar plexus is the centre of power, we don't need to lose its power as such, because it's a motivating force. So we need that, but we need it, the consciousness there needs to be of a level whereby it's used for purposes of good, if you like, rather than personal desire. I'll briefly go through the others. You have correspondences here, so correspondence to the solar plexus is the throat, 28 to 35, communication, truth. Endocrine gland for the heart, I missed that one out, it's the thymus, and the one for the throat is the thyroid. Colour for the heart, pink, green, those type colours. So you can relate colours related to the centres of consciousness or chakras. You can relate to the colours of the crystals on this very basic level. it does change because chakras move through many levels. So yes, blue crystals for the throat, blue lace agate, that type of thing, blue chalcedony, thyroid, colour blue, develops, yes, 28 to 35, communication. So if the heart has developed in the right way, then the communication will change, obviously, from a solar plexus communication to a heart communication. Also, there's heart thinking. So the brow centre itself, where are we? 35 to 42. Now that's the pituitary gland, the master controller. So that's where the consciousness lies. The brain consciousness, the brow centre. Now, is the brain consciousness governed by the solar plexus, or is it governed by the heart, the soul, etc., etc.? The thinking will be governed by all that. Indigo is the colour. You can see the colours of the rainbow here. Coming to the crown, clear thinking related to the brow. People relate acceptance to the crown. I like to use understanding as well. So, and that's the pineal gland, colour violet. And that's between the age of 42-49. That area develops and get up to the brow and crown, and people are seeking something a bit higher, a bit different from the mundane, if you like. So that's a bit of insight. I can go on upon that really, but I have a meditation here because I have a time issue, obviously. So the solar plexus is the centre of power. So we just, like in the last video, we're using the silence and the space. So to create the silence, we focus on the space. Now that's the space between you and you watching this video, really. The space of the room contains all potentiality, contains all spiritual light. Okay, there is a light that exists within the solar plexus. This light is of the personality. So we focus on the solar plexus. How strong is the light in the solar plexus? You focus upon the heart and take your focus from the solar plexus to the heart. There is a light within the heart. And the line of that light goes to the soul above the head. Visualize this as a sphere of white light. Now bring a line of that light into the crown. Now all the time here we are creating a two-way flow. So there is a two-way flow of heart to soul, soul to crown. Now we're going to bring that light now from the crown, which has come from the soul, down into the brow, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, the base, down to the earth centre, and then back up, creating a two-way flow of light from the soul to the earth and back to the soul. Now focus intently upon the sphere of soul light. Now you need to take a point of that light, take it out of the soul centre and place it into the solar plexus. So you now have two lights in the solar plexus. You have the light of the personality and the light of the soul. these lights are in balance. The light of the soul informs the light of the personality, which then informs the brain consciousness. You finish this meditation by focusing on the ground beneath you, gently coming back into full conscious awareness. Now that meditation can be used if the need arises, or things of materialistic nature are about, you feel you need to gain some insight, understanding, and move away from that particular area. Yes, thank you. Anybody has any suggestions, what they would like me to do, just give me a message.